I'm from Austria.
Brazil.
I came from Romania.
I came from Mexico.
I came from Pakistan.
I came from Puerto Rico, small island in the Gulf of Mexico.
Romania.
I came here from Romania.
From Romania.
I was 20 years old.
I was 16.
I was 16 when I moved here.
I was about to turn 5.
I was 21.
I was 5 years old.
36.
I was 28 years old.
41.
Because like my dad lives here and like I wanted to see how like life is like in America.
Just for better opportunities. Brazil was kind of dangerous at the time, so I came here.
I moved here for my family and with my family for economic reasons and for a better future.
My mom wanted a better life for us, so where we were growing up in Mexico, it was a really like drug-invaded place. So anybody that grows up there basically either starts working for the cartels or like they get killed. So it's a better way to be here.
My sister lives here, and I just wanted to get in touch with my family here, and because of the opportunities here as well.
I moved over here because my mom was having problems with my dad.
Because I like US. And I have a brother here. I win the lottery visa to live better life. Economy, bad economy.
I moved here for a better life, for my family, for my kids. Here are lots of opportunities to make a business for yourself. In all, it's a better life. I lived most of my life in Romania under the communism, so we work hard. The salary was very low, and we work really hard to make a living.
It was a big change for me. I had to get used to a lot of things.
I was pretty excited to come here, really like it here, but I was also like sad to like leave my family behind, like my parents.
Well, at the beginning, I was happy and sad at the same time. I was excited that I moved here, I moved to the United States. And I was sad because I had to leave everything behind, my friends and other family.
I don't think it really emotionally affected me since I was so little. And I would come to the United States every summer to be with my family, so it was basically kind of like an extended vacation sort of at first.
I do miss the life that I had there. I was settled, I had friends and my extended family there, but here I was happy as well because I was coming to a new country, brand new opportunities, whole new environment in cities and places to look at, so it was kind of mixed feeling.
Me, I can't really remember much when we came over. I don't think it affected me in any way. Maybe as I got a little older, yes, but not at the time when I came over.
When I moved here, part of me was sad because I left my parents in Romania and my sister in Romania. But I came here hoping for a better life, and I was a little bit scared because I didn't know anybody here, and in my mind always was a question how I'm going to be.
So it was hard for me like to speak English at the beginning because like I was really shy. I didn't want to say anything like wrong, and yeah, if I like ordered food, I like was like I didn't want to say anything wrong.
In the beginning, a little bit with the language. People use a lot of slangs and talk really fast, so it's kind of hard to understand.
At first, I was shy. I didn't know the language. I didn't know English that good, and so it took me a while till I learned English. It took me a while to make friends in here.
It's basically English because I moved here right before I was about to start kindergarten, so I didn't speak any English there, and I would speak English sort of, but I think it was gibberish, but people understood me, so it was fine.
I struggled with driving because it's a totally different experience. The roads, the cars have the steering on the left side here, and back in country it's on the right side, and you have to drive on the left side of the road there. Here you have to drive on the right side. So that was one of the struggles. Other than that, making friends, getting to know what things are good to say, nice to say, and what things are not really nice in this culture.
My biggest problem was the language, but I sort of picked it up right away.
I really didn't have any struggles. I mean, I guess the only thing is that they label you, when you're in school growing up, you've got the blacks, the Latinos, and the whites, and they just all thought that they were better than us. Each race just kind of just puts the other one down, a notch or so, whatever.
The first one, it was language. I didn't know any English. Second, I don't have a lot of friends.
The main thing was the language. I didn't know any English. When I was trying to buy something and talk with somebody, I used some of the words I knew, very little words, not too many, and I used my hands to make sign, thinking that I will be better understood what I want to say.
I have a lot of problem because I don't speak very good English.
They don't really identify me as an outsider because they like it because I'm from Europe.
After a while, I knew the language and just they thought I was cool.
I think they just identify me as Mexican because I hang out in pretty Hispanic areas, so it's not something that's different.
I think people identify me as Middle Eastern. They, apart from some very rude people, most people don't really care. Most people would just look at me, identify me, and not really say anything. But sometimes people do seem to not want to talk because of the Middle Eastern background and what happens in the news every day. But honestly, that doesn't really matter to me.
The worst word that I heard come out of people's mouths as identify me is that they called me rice and beans, or they called me a spick.
Yeah, that was a word that was used a lot back in the day, when you refer to Hispanics, so actually Puerto Ricans, they would call you a spick. But it's just like anything else. Kids grow up, they call each other names and, move on.
When they see me, I don't think they make physical any difference between me and American people, but when I start to talk, they immediately can see I'm an immigrant.
I'm still in contact with my friends, and I still talk to them in my language, and with my mom and my family. And I also met people here in America that they speak German too.
Yeah, I live with my sister here, so we talk in Portuguese or native language every day. I talk to my parents, my friends back home.
Well, when I moved here, I have to leave everything behind, my friends and part of my family. But when I moved here, I used to go to a Romanian church and have Romanian friends in here. I still keep contact with my Romanian friends from Romania. But slowly, the time went by, and I slowly transitioned myself from a Romanian culture slowly to an American.
I think it's a little of both. I only speak Spanish at home, so it's mostly when I'm in school that I speak English with my friends. Some friends do speak Spanish, so we alternate back and forth between it.
When I get back home, I do still talk in Pashto. That's my mother tongue, and I still connect with my friends on Facebook and Snapchat, and I still talk to them. I know a couple other languages too, so I still stick to them. I try to watch English movies and programs and stuff like that just to improve my vocabulary and my English. But other than that, I'm in the middle of two worlds right now.
I still talk to family here and there. I keep in touch with my family in Puerto Rico. I know where I came from. I came from a farm type of life. I still like that type of stuff. When I talk with my family over there, we talk about the chickens and all the stuff that goes on in the countryside, stuff like that. and I try to speak my language every day. Well, we have our traditional meals during the holidays, pasteles.
Not just holidays, but I think on an everyday occasion, because you're the typical rice and beans kind of
The Puerto Rican spice when you make the food. That in that way, I think I try to keep my culture alive within us.
About the language, tradition, food, tell everybody about my culture.
I insist in my home for the Romanian language to be spoken. I insist that my kids and my grandkids to learn Romanian, to read and write Romanian. I'm still cooking Romanian foods, traditional Romanian foods in our house.
Talk with kids in Romania, in the house, and with friends in Romanian.
So I like people in America because they are really friendly. Like if you enter like a store, they greet you and they want to help you, and that's what I like about it.
I think it's a really diverse culture. It's a little bit of every culture. Like Americans don't really have their own culture.
The American culture, I think that is a total there's a huge difference between American culture and Romanian culture or any other cultures. It has its own unique way, and once you're here, you're a total different person, and it's like different. It's fun in a fun way. That's what I'm saying.
I think American culture is pretty cool. I mean, because Mexican culture can be kind of oppressing, so this one is just free and it's fun.
It's a hollow bubble. So what happens is people think they're gonna follow a dream, but that dream is not really there at times. Most people spend their whole life trying to struggle for that American dream, working day and night. They have shift from 9 to 5 every single day, a 2-day weekend, and that just passes by right away. And I think people should realize that working and money is not all, and having brand new cars or striving for luxury homes. I think in America that's pretty much pursued by a lot of people.
No, I like America. I like this country.
I don't really have any regrets because like right now I like it how it is, but like I miss my nature, like us just nature, Yeah.
No, I think moving here is probably like the best thing that could happen.
The only regrets that I have is just living behind kind of everything, friends, and part of my family, for adapting myself to this culture and making new friends in here and making a new future for myself. I think living behind everything and starting everything again.
Honestly, no, I don't have regrets. This country has given me a lot. It has given me the opportunities that I didn't have in my country. School, work, living, support, a lot of things the United States have given to me, so I don't think I have regrets. Well, if I do miss my friends and family at times, but I think this country has even enabled me to struggle for that and probably make some money over the summer to go back and visit as well. So I don't have any regrets.
No regret.
They're from Mexico.
My parents are from Romania.
They moved here in 1985, I believe.
They moved here 20 years ago.
They came here because of the economy in Mexico wasn't so well, so then they just moved here to the US.
Economic opportunity. I don't know, my dad always dreamed of coming here. Just took my mom along for the ride.
Everything.
A lot. I visited Romania this past summer, and my cousin said that I acted more Romanian than they did.
And the issue that I saw is that I didn't really speak the language that well. So I had to get accustomed to the culture here. There was some culture shock. There was some, because I was raised Mexican, so there was that culture shock. I had to go through English second language. I had to learn the language, get accustomed, and getting used to living in the US, being away from my whole family.
But social struggles, when I'm not allowed to do something, or like my culture influences the way I do things, it's kind of hard to explain to my American friends why, because they don't understand.
I identify as Mexican.
I identify myself as a American Romanian.
As Mexican.
Well, I speak English and I'm white, so people just think I'm American, and I've been here forever.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah. A lot, yeah. I like celebrate any, like, for example, in Mexico we do Day of the Kids. So for like my niece and nephews, we celebrate that day because that's what we did when we were in Mexico, when I was raised in Mexico. So we still try to, even with the third generation, I guess you could say, we still try to instill our Mexican culture to them so they don't forget their past. So like you have to know where you came from to be able to know where you're going. So
I embrace it. I like it.
American.
Just wanted to see like
But now I.
So, you mean like if I still talk to my friends?
Were you born here?
Yes.
No, that's not me.
Yeah.
Because I like US, 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 S, 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 S. I win the lottery visa. Bad economy. I didn't know any Romanian.
Any English. You didn't know English.
Any English, sorry. Second, I don't have a lot of friends.
unlike.
Don't have a lot of friends.
Whatever.